Because I know you can crank it up, but do you crank down?
I'm trying to get adjusted to how to speak to you.
We're going to be learning how to work these mics.
Over in podcast land.
So Bryan was just telling me before we started this podcast that he believes extra pubic hair is better because it holds food for later.
I like that. I'm calling myself a new name now that I have these mics.
Hairy Bryan?
Maybe
pube hair Bryan?
Maybe something.
I got crabs Bryan? Thumb in a butt Bryan?
Beautiful baby-faced babe. Man,
you're just saying words because you want to hear.
I already jumped up right here. Well, you can't see on my side of the thing.
I can see from your side of the fence for sure. My fence is chain link. I can see through it.
All right, chill out. Chill out, Irish.
I'm enjoying these mics.
You're like deep on this Irish coffee.
I'm enjoying
All right,
these
so I'm going to
mics.
kind of speak like this, and I'll get used to it as it goes.
I like your interface, though. My interface looks boring. Your interface over there is like high-tech and shit.
Top notch.
There's like colors like the Predator would see.
So here's the thing, too. Do you do a lot of camera takes?
What do you mean? What kind of camera takes are we talking about?
Like when you look up at the camera?
I look at the camera.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
I don't know if that's okay. Well, we can't keep playing the music.
I'll keep playing whatever the motherfucking. You
told
told me control the music.
But it has to be. It's
control
cuts. It has to be 20-second cuts. It can't be the full length of the song. Otherwise, we have to.
Well, I want to give a shout out to 1-2. By the way,
done that
I
from the
love
get-go.
your music. I wish they were longer than a minute 26, but.
All right, guys. Merry Christmas. See, that would have been
Christmas.
Music to have ready to go.
Motherfucker, like I said, if you want to do this, I'm looking up. Oh, first of all, this is the wrong phone. So now I'm carrying two phones for this whole
tell me
podcast
about
idea
that.
of ours.
How does that affect you?
I already hate having to carry this first phone around, and now I have to carry two. Mm-hmm. And then this thing, fuck.
So as you guys can tell, maybe not in podcast
Don't look at that
land,
symbol on the back.
You know what? I really do want to try later on with a pop screen because I feel like it would stop the pop pretty well. Look, see, because even right now I'm getting loud and it's not even getting close to where it needs to be. Whatever.
You what?
I was gonna say we should put it on, but that's fine. We're live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. So
I like how you're trying to be. You can't. It's like I can't yell.
I really,
You got to work the mic. You got to learn how. You got to come in.
Right. Like it doesn't.
You got to
feel
come
right to
in
me.
and talk to people, and then you got to stand over here when you're yelling.
Whatever. It doesn't feel right. All right.
You just got to
New
work.
mics, fools. Check it out if you haven't already gone online to see our beautiful faces. Because honestly, I put a lot of work into what we do. You can tell that there are times bags under my eyes, the size of vanilla bean holders. I don't know what that means, but you guys should check us out on YouTube. And not just that, by the time you guys are watching this video, we should have a whole new rebranding done.
Yeah, we have Instagram. We're gonna have a Twitter up.
We're gonna have the whole shebang. It's the
website we're still kind of working on
of podcasting.
Yeah,
we hit such immense strides within 6 episodes that we figured, why not just really challenge ourselves and completely change our identity?
Yeah, essentially
really revamp kind of what we're doing. And so you in the future who is also watching this, which is also me.
So far, our Instagram is binge on this channel.
We'll hit everything up as it comes through. I'm kind of hitting on that as a point to, all that's going to be down on the link below. And
I'd like to say it though. I want to say
you're right.
Binge on this.
Who am I, right?
Binge on this is the channel's name. Okay. And This, That, and the Other, which is our podcast. It's the podcast, This, That, and the Other. And then we'll have Olden Times TV, which is our reaction video side. And we have a few other ideas in the works. Maybe how to LA shit. How to come to LA, actually don't come to LA, there's enough people out here.
So it's pretty cool. It's cool stuff. Look at us with these mics like a bunch of pros. I'm doing my best not to really kick it up too loud. I feel the damn. I know with that pop filter, I'll be able to be a little bit louder.
Hey Jamie, can you
Jamie,
hand me that pop filter?
That's not Jamie. That's Ricky. Tell Ricky to toss that jank over.
AKA Ricky Bobby.
Thanks, Jane. That's Jane, our producer over in the corner. We like to play around with their emotions. All right, so catch us up, man. How was your week?
My week was good. I got drunk and stole a power drill. Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck? I was gonna fucking what the fuck, dude? So what so here real quick, I'm just gonna test real quick. So what the fuck happened with that? How close can I get with that when it comes to it? What? So that's what that's for? Honestly, you're right, it doesn't do much. You know what? Thank you. Again, Jane, our lovely producer, helping us out with that. But explain yourself, what happened?
Well, I came home real late from work, per usual. And I had a couple while I was here, and I had to take the dog out. So I took the dog out, and I'm walking down the hallway, and the place that's under construction was wide open. Nobody closed it. And Mina ran in there. So I'm walking around, and I'm like, oh, there's a roll of neon tape. We need tape. So I just grabbed the tape, and as I walk out, there's a power drill. I don't know. I just fucking grabbed it.
And you just took it?
Yeah, I didn't really think about it till the morning, and I was looking at it, and I was like, what the fuck did I do?
You just felt it in your gut?
I don't know. Yeah, I was just like, whoop.
There's probably
lock your doors.
There's probably
lock your doors.
There's probably a
no. It was forgotten. That thing was forgotten. So I was just like, yoink. Someone's gonna yoink it. I yoinked it.
Damn, that's a gangster. Oh, hold on. So what did you do then?
I looked around left and right.
But you need to tell me.
Left and right. And then I was like, can I? Should I? Would I? And I did. And the cops jumped out and handcuffed my ass.
Well, let's see. So, so what? Anything else other than committing larceny?
I fucking blew my stomach up last night.
Blew it up.
Yeah, if anyone watches Hot Ones, I have, their last dab, their hot sauce. I fucking have a bottle of it, and I decided to eat my pizza and put a bunch of that shit all over it. It was tasty because the hot sauce is really good. Mm-hmm. The problem is, it wrecks you, wrecks you. Like fucking World War I mustard gas wrecks.
You mean Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Like Tyrannosaurus ass Rex. Ass wrecks you. Yeah.
That's
so
intense.
All morning, as you saw, I kept running to the bathroom in a lot of pain. Like it hurts. It hurts coming in and it hurts coming out. So for the viewers out there, my week was thieving and shitting.
And sounds like a pretty normal week on my end for him, so probably a little less shit than normal.
You sound like you're on Ambien.
Here's the thing. I can't. I'm having such a difficult time kind of adjusting to it, and I'll get there. It's just I'm just physically and emotionally and verbally, I'm just a very loud, sexy man.
You are right. You are very loud.
For the sound. And so here, do you have other sound effects, or are these other sound effects that I can play?
There's 300 fucking sound effects on that blue one.
Yeah. All right, coolio. What else, homie? I saw that you wrote some notes down. Let's show the viewers what you got.
How was your week?
Well, that's what I mean. Notes. That's all you have. Notes for your week. I got notes about my week right here.
Dude, my week is work. It actually was a slow week.
Nothing
for
cool.
tattooing.
Nothing crazy happened. You usually have a lot of cool.
No, but getting drunk and fucking stealing shit's not crazy enough.
You're right. Who am I? I'm over here pushing like I'm some type of.
No, because pretty much our fucking week has been prepping for all of this, making artwork. We're editing. We're planning. We got a whiteboard with all kinds of shit up there. It kind of looks like we know what we're doing, but we're getting by. Yeah. We're getting by.
Yeah, no. Let's see. Week wise for me, I had a few interesting. Thank you. I was gonna say, why am I doing your job?
Over my sound
I had a few.
And why are we doing game show sound effects?
I couldn't maneuver that thing. I had a few interesting things happen to me throughout the week, per my notes.
Yeah. Here, look at your notes.
Number one, I drove with a gentleman who sat in the front with me, which is a little bit unorthodox in my opinion.
That is weird. So does that happen a lot? Do you have a lot of people that?
Not really, unless there's no space in the back.
Right. But yeah, when you're just by yourself, he's like sits next to you and looks at you. And he's like, "Hey, buddy."
He just sat down in the front, and was just like,
Did he make eye contact with you?
How are you? Or he sat down and he, the normal, hey, how's your day going? And so make a little bit of chit chat. And sometimes there are times where I just don't want to talk. I don't really have much motivation to sort of pursue anything, which is stupid because I think at this point, now that we're doing something that requires us to go out, so I'm going to make some cards and do all that jazz. But and I didn't want to talk to this guy. And we were driving and he started talking about how they just left a Beetlejuice themed pop-up in North Hollywood.
Yeah, there's a lot of these pop-ups, and this one was Beetlejuice.
Yeah, and he said it sucked.
He said
it was a bummer. He said it wasn't good. He said the only reason that they were still there was because the food was still good. He was like, everything else was cheesy and it was corny, but the food was really good.
I wonder if these pop-ups are like some of the same companies. They just like,
if they were smart, it would be the way to go. Also, speaking of that, real quick, I was looking for like crowd music and stuff like that, like crowds cheering and jeering and stuff like that. But anyway, speaking of, do you remember? So this guy over here, because I just saw myself go up in the red. And you know what? I'm going to talk from here. Fuck that. I'm gonna talk right from here. All right. Yeah, Call of the Wild. So, remember when you were talking about, hey, I should just get a whole bunch of inflated houses and go to different parks and rent them out.
Yeah, we found out that someone already made that.
Yeah, I found, and I was like, what the fuck, man? Another buddy of mine was talking about doing that too.
Let the viewers know what our idea actually was and how way behind the curve we were.
How are you speaking that close without it getting high on the thing?
Because naturally you have a booming voice.
Fuck shit. Yeah, because I feel like I have to be
when you stop your booming voice, you sound like you're on ambient.
Yeah, but then I sound like
back.
Like, hey, girl.
No. Like I feel like if you talked, I guess I could talk like this too. It's picking up my voice pretty well but I have to face it here. When I do this, I could kind of face you and pick myself up.
So I think if my limit is about right here, for me to be able to speak normally, I actually at one point have to physically either get back or push the mic back. Probably not touch the mic less because that's going to throw the mic off.
Yeah, you don't want to touch the mic that much.
So I'm just going to be like, I just don't, like.
Well, I guess.
Like a moron. Like
we'll figure it out. We will figure it out.
We'll get it figured out. So what else? Anyways, week wise, that was about it. I didn't go anywhere too crazy. Just pretty much did a lot of. You're right. We did a lot of editing. Did a lot of hard work. Make sure that you guys go and check out. Olden Times TV. It's a really great segment. I think it's definitely a product that we can stand by, and it's really fun. Not for you guys, but for us, making it and doing it.
Yeah, so essentially our week has been just taken up by this shit. That's why we don't have actually much on our week.
That's pretty much the weekly Christmas wise. We're staying in town. I'm staying in town. I can't speak for we. It's not like that, but we're in town for Christmas. I didn't really go and shop for anything. This is my gift to you guys, my gift to the world. My gift to myself was this beautiful ass Blue Yeti mic.
This was our Christmas present.
We pretty much splurged on ourselves for this one.
We got cameras coming in too, so we're actually going to start doing
things are going to get wild.
We're going to be doing cuts, so it's not just going to be one camera.
Brand new table. We're going to have guests that are going to start coming in. So for everybody who's managed to stick around and watch at least one episode and pursued forward from there, you will be justly rewarded in the kingdom of heaven. Proverbs 3:14. All right, so from there, let's go ahead and hit a rant corner.
Rant corner. So
damn.
You like that?
That's good.
It's Christmassy too.
All right, hit it. See, that's too fucking goddamn it. All right,
Start ranting about the mic.
Fucking shit. No, do you have anything in particular? I'm looking through my notes.
I do have a rant. Okay. So, one thing I'm very tired about is when I go to a restaurant and I ask them for whatever. Let's say I go to IHOP and I say I want the scrambled eggs, sausage, and
you mean IHOB?
Or whatever the fuck. And I say, can I have an extra bit of fucking bacon? And they'll go, okay, well that's $2. Okay, sure. This extra bacon, $2, whatever. Now, if I go to the same restaurant and I say I would like the egg platter, except this time I don't want any meat product, like I don't want my sausage, I don't want my bacons, like don't even put it on there. They'll still charge you the same, even though they put less content. So if I asked for the breakfast platter and I said, but don't give me the eggs, only give me the sausage, they're not going to bring the price down of the breakfast platter because it's $6.99, let's say. And I say, I don't want anything except I only want this thing on that. They'll go, okay, but we still have to charge you for the breakfast platter. You know what I mean? Yeah, essentially what I'm saying is, if I'm ordering something and I ask something extra, they charge me extra. If I'm ordering that thing and I'm asking, don't put that second side, let's say it comes with two sides, the other way around. It should also work the other way around. Why doesn't it work the other way around? Because this came to me when I tried the carnivore diet out for a couple of months. That's a whole other story, but it worked for me. Long story short, it worked for me, but unsustainable. I would go to restaurants, I would ask for a steak, and they would say, okay, it comes with two sides. Well, I couldn't eat unless the sides are meat. I couldn't eat the sides. So I'd say, just hold the sides. They would kind of look at me weird, and I'd explain to them, I can't eat anything except red meat right now. And they would go, okay, but we're still going to have to charge you fucking $28 for the steak. But I'm not getting anything else except the steak. So I'm not even getting the appetizer, the bread they're bringing out, the fucking two sides, and anything like that. Why isn't the price going down? But if I had that plate and I said, can I add an extra side on that? They would go, okay, we have to charge you.
All right.
So what the fuck?
It's corporate, man. It's a baseline that corporate puts down. They're not. I bet you if you go to a mom and pop place and you
I'm sure, like IHOP, I could actually say, like, can I only get sausage links? And they would say, oh, all right, man, that's $4.
Well, why not just order them by themselves, a la carte?
That's what I'm saying. But like a restaurant where you get a steak with two sides, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I was just thinking IHOP would probably fucking figure something out.
Yeah.
But like if I said, let's say it comes with toast, and I say, nah, I don't want any toast. I don't want anything. They're not going to fucking bring the thing down 50 cents.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, why doesn't it work the other way around?
I hear you. I guess it would. It's not. It would. It's not within that, because I was going to compare it to, like, let's say going to the movies and sitting halfway through the movie and then walking out and being like, I didn't like this movie. Like,
no, it's
you're telling them ahead of time and being like, listen, I want to buy it. But yeah, no, I guess I could compare it to saying, hey, I'm going to buy something from the grocery store, but I'm going to return this other stuff. Let's say out of a full package of something, and be like, I'm going to return the onions back from this pre-made package, and I want you to charge me less for it. Like, to the shopping people, it doesn't compute to them. You know what I mean? Like, on their side. But I agree with you. I agree with you, because it is fucked up, and I think 100% you should.
Yeah, because they would look at me. I'd be like, all right, let's say I asked for a burger, and I'd say, look, hold the buns, hold the lettuce, hold everything. Yeah. No fries. Yeah. And they would still charge me what they would have charged me if they had everything on it.
Yeah. That's why sometimes they tell you to, like, order certain ways at, like, let's say a fast food joint or even like Pollo Loco or something like that. They're like, you're always going to get more meat ordering, let's say, like a 6-piece or something of dark versus something of white. Like, there's always, a way to get around that thing. But I feel you, man, 100%. I think that they should have given you your money back.
No.
And I hate the way that I sound right now. I can hear myself, and how do I, you know what? No, I'm not going to pay attention to it. I'm psyching myself out. That's a good rant, though. Hit me with the good rant music. I'm going to rant real quick.
All right, hold on.
I'm sorry, guys.
This is his rant corner.
I want to get something out real quick, out of the way. Also, as part of my weekly update before I head into this rant, I just want to shout out my sisters. All right. Ladies, you are awesome. Very proud of you guys. My little sister is a football player and does basketball, and she makes pens. Who makes pens?
Your sister's a football player?
And she makes pens.
How wide's her neck?
You're losing
How wide's your sister's
focus
neck?
on the real weird thing. She makes pens.
She
like
makes
dope-ass little ballpoint pens.
She makes ballpoint pens?
And sells them at craft shows. I don't give a fuck that she's playing football and fucking kicking and shit. That's dope. She makes pens. You know the type of person who does that? The type of person who survives during a zombie apocalypse. That's
So
the type of person.
She'd be like, "Oh my God!" I'd look over.
That's the type of person who does
She'd
that.
pick up. She'd say, "This is a weapon. You just gotta tape this and put that and make that,
And
we'll
I'll
be
make
able to shoot ourselves out of this mall."
And I'll make a drawing utensil, in a heartbeat. But no, very amazing. And
So does she have a link to her pens?
to her pens? Yeah, she has some type of Instagram. We'll shout her out.
Do you know your
throw
sister's
it down
Instagram?
below. I'll do some research the way that I've always done it. But very cool.
So
of
you
her
don't
to
know
do
your own
that.
sister's Instagram?
No, I don't. Not off the top of my head. And so that was very cool. And then her sister, her older sister, my second to youngest sister, is about to graduate. Got her braces off. Super young kid shit. So now I'm going to jump into my rant section real quick about me yelling at women.
Wait.
Okay.
Your rant's about.
Here's my
Are you
rant,
upset that you have
okay?
to? Wait. Are you upset that you're yelling
It's
at women?
a double rant. Yeah, it's a rant on how my anger gets the best of me sometimes, and the rant is in the sense that, okay, all right, and that,
This is what it sounds like.
part of me is kind of like that. That's bad news bears. That's it, and it is, and it's not it's in a purely justifiable way, and the only reason I bring up the gender of it is because in both cases, there was a very strong decision on the party's parts to push that part of the argument of the conversation, male.
This is what Bryan's doing. He's throwing this rope over this branch. It's a noose. He's
it's
putting his head around it right now.
Here's my rant.
And then you're starting to pull it. So keep pulling it.
I don't think it's. You know what? He's right. And I'm not even going to. No, I'm gonna change it.
You are so. You are so everywhere.
It's not. Play me in, Steve. I got my rant corner. Play me in.
Okay, hold on. I'm at a whole different. Okay, so
I got a new rant corner. Sorry, guys. Play me in.
Okay, I am. So you are ranting. It's a storm of rants.
Okay. All right. And this is why I don't feel like I can get into a genuine rant corner. All right, if you're at a bar, all right, and you have the audacity to you have the audacity to look at somebody and flick them off, and then pretend like you didn't flick them off.
That happened?
Okay. Oh, right. It's not just Bryan being fucking shit, man. This is making me so uncomfortable. Like I hate it. It's making me so fucking uncomfortable.
No, it just sounds echoey, probably.
Well, no, it's just spiking every time. Like I'm a loud guy. Like I'm a loud dude. Like look at me complaining over here on some first world problems.
So
here's my fucking.
You were at a bar and someone flipped you off?
So here I am, right? So I go to a fucking bar and I have a drink and I'm sitting there and they're having karaoke in the corner and it's very end of the night. And there's two drunk young ladies at the front of the thing, and the karaoke guy sets the song, and the girls start sitting there swaying, and then the music starts, and the guy's away, the karaoke guy goes away, and the girls are there, and the song starts, and then the girls go, "Oh my God, this isn't the right song," and they're sitting there and they're like, "This isn't the right song, karaoke guy, you messed up. This isn't the right song." And so I was at the bar.
That's a good impersonation of women, by the way.
And because I'm really far away, you guys didn't get the magnificent of it. I can't. I'll play with it later. And so anyways, the guy's over there and he doesn't hear them. And the girls are like, "This isn't the right song." And I'm at the bar and I go, commit. And I'm just sitting at the bar and I say,
trolling them?
I say commit.
So you're trolling these girls that are drunk and
just commit. And so
stage.
the girls are like looking around, like trying to find up. And then they see me and they're like, "Shut up, fuck you." And I'm like, "Just believe in yourself. Just the words are on the screen. Just read the words." And so the girl, and I'm trying to be positive, right? Because it's Christmas. Everybody has their Christmas sweaters on. I'm just being a positive guy. I just want to have a drink before I go home. I'm just tired. I just want to chill out. And so I'm like, just believe in yourself 100%. Like, follow the words, the little rubber ball, you're going to be fine. So the girls go, fuck you, this, that, and, this, that, and the other. And so I was like, okay, you know what? whatever. And I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I was like, fuck you. And, I didn't say fuck you, pardon me. She keeps on telling me, she's like, fuck you. I'm like, whatever. I was like, you're a coward. I told her, I was like, you don't want to.
You called her a coward?
Yeah, I called her a coward. Ooh, nice. And I was like, whatever. Like, you don't want to sing up there. And then she just got really mad. So the karaoke guy, who I know goes around, and very nice guy, has a really dope afro. And his name's John, Big John. And he goes around to the thing, and he's talking to the girls, and the girls are like, you chose the wrong song. Like, this is the wrong song. And he's like, I didn't choose the wrong song. And I was like, yeah, he didn't choose the wrong song. And I was like, you guys messed up. And Big John's like, me? And he looks at me, and I was like, no. I was like, you didn't mess up. They messed up. And so the girls are like, no, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck this. And they walk off the stage.
Oh, I would have started booing.
And I laugh, and I look down at my drink. And out of the corner of my eye, I see her walk towards me by the bar. And so I'm sitting there with a smile, and I get it. At this point, sure, maybe I shouldn't have yelled commit. Maybe I shouldn't have said believe in yourself. I did. And
that's just as bad as yelling Freebird.
I do that too. And so the girl comes over, and she goes, you know what? Fuck you, piece of shit, right beside me. And then she walks away, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Go fuck yourself. I don't give a fuck, I told her. And she turns around and goes, what? What the fuck did you say? And she comes back to me, and I said, go fuck yourself. Like, you're being a bitch. Like, there's no need for you to come over and talk to me.
That's fireballs thrown.
Right? And so at that point, and again, I don't condone using that word unless it's required or unless you're rapping.
Bryan, honestly, I'm starting to find out that you kind of bring this upon yourself because I don't get into these things. Like
because you don't like to interact with people. You don't go to anywhere to interact.
Most people who walk up to me saying "fuck you" end up kind of getting fucked.
Nobody. That's what I mean. But I didn't go up to her and say "fuck you."
No. But
that's what I'm saying. You don't put yourself in a position, or you don't do anything
to get people.
So you don't go up to somebody and say,
commit.
Or not. Well, not just exactly, not just that. Which again, I'll own up to. I could have sat there and not said a single thing and let the whole thing.
But it's
happen.
funny, and they should have laughed it off, and they should have been like, "Fuck it, Lucy,
little
let's do
things in stride." So again, I get that. I'll hold myself responsible to it. I love all women. I'm proud of all women. I get that. But let's not sit here and pretend that, we're not going to all treat each other equally, and I'm going to razz you the same way I would razz somebody else because it was funny.
Yeah, and that's sexist if you don't razz them the same way.
Exactly. So anyways, and I'm looking at the time because I want to make sure that we keep on track with that. And so we come by, and I go, oh, fuck you. And so all of a sudden a guy comes around, and he goes, hey. And he grabs the girl, and then he puts his hand on me, and he's like, hey. And I was like, yo. Why the fuck are you touching me? And
then you turned your attention onto him when he's just trying to be a nice guy?
That, and I was like, why are you touching me? I was like, I don't know why you're touching me.
But that sounds confrontational because it could have been anybody. He'd be like, I'm fucking trying to break this up, motherfucker.
Well, that's what he was doing.
Right.
He was breaking.
But why did you ask him?
Well, why would you touch somebody the way that you would try and break somebody up?
Because I guess you're pushing two people away from each other.
Right, but again, that's under the insinuation that I'm approaching somebody or that.
Were you still sitting?
I was sitting at the bar.
Oh, okay. Then I'd be like, dude.
Who am I, a fucking psycho? I'm not gonna jump. That was just on the front. That was on the front.
Okay, that's another story.
But that's whatever, right? But this one again is this one I'm telling because I haven't told you this one, and the other one is whatever because it's that same line of what I'm talking about, and which is my overall rant. But the other one doesn't do so well about this particular rant in general, which is my rant about standing by what you did or what you said. So at that point, the guy jumps in between us. He's like, hey, and he puts his hands, on me, which, and again, in a normal situation where if I was going up against somebody.
He would enjoy those man's hands on him.
And physically going against somebody, and at that point, somebody's putting their hands against me. Fair enough. I'm going at somebody. You need to stop me. Right. If I'm sitting in a bar and there's a woman approaching me and yelling at me and getting close to me, and you come up beside me and try and break us
Maybe
up.
He was trying to make her feel equal. Like, hey, I'm not just going in front of you. I'm also, hey, okay, come on, lady. And he was just kind of like.
Maybe. And again, I'm there for it.
He might have not thought it
and
like the way you did.
And I will own up to it. This rant is also a rant about how I'm a bad human being, and I have a lot of emotional issues that I still need to deal with. And I'm a sick human up in my brain, and there's a lot of stuff that I could have done to stop doing that. And again, I put myself in those situations, so I will be the first one to admit that.
Or
Anyways.
when you see it escalating, there's
Again,
a
yeah, I
point.
could have done a lot of things to not do that.
Instead of yelling, "Fuck you!"
So at that point, I stop and I tell the guy, like, "Why are you touching me? Like, stop touching me. There's no need for you to touch me right now because I'm not doing anything." The guy was like, "Oh, like this, that, and the other." And I was like, "Yeah, that's the woman who's coming after me. Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting here having my drink." And so the guy walks away. And again, later on, I say that I'm sorry to this guy. So I apologize to him. And I say, "Hey, man, there's no hard feelings. That wasn't about you." And so I'm sitting there at the bar enjoying my drink. And again, this is a bar that I've gone to before, and the bartender knows me there, and the security guard knows me there. So he knows that I don't do anything except go in there and I have a drink. And so I'm sitting there having the drink, and it's closing time. And this dude comes up to close his tab. And he's talking to the bartender, and he's a tall guy, red hair, ginger guy. And he looks at me, he's like, and I'm like, "I feel you, man. Like, I don't know what happened."
Yeah.
And behind him is a bespectacled, dark-haired guy who's about his height. And again, everybody's tall to me because I'm short. So, I'm 5'5", 5'6", so everybody's a little bit taller. But this dude, whatever.
It's all
So
good. Wolverine was like
behind the
5'4".
guy, and he's leaning against the bar, and he's looking at me in sort of like a drunken stupor. And he's got a Christmas sweater on. And so I'm sitting at the bar, and I look at the first guy, and he goes, "Huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I'm just having my drink." And so I'm sitting there having the drink, and I look at the other guy, and the guy looks at me, and he's like, gives me the nod. For you guys who are listening, just gives me the nod.
In what kind of a way?
In like a...
Okay.
And I was like...
What's up?
I was like, "Me?" And he was like... And I was like... And I took my glass, and I was like, "What's up?" And he looks at me and goes...
He flips you off?
Flips me off. Honest to God, bro. On God. On skin. Like,
Just sits there, looks at you
me
with
and
his
goes...
Christmas fucking sweater and flips your ass
And
off.
flicks me off, looks at me, and then puts it away like that. And I was like...
Did he just flip me off?
I was like, "What?" And I was so stumped. And I looked at him, and I was like, "Really?" And he was like... And I was like...
You should have said, "In the bathroom?"
I was like, "Oh, word." I was like, "Oh, shit, word."
Maybe that was some. Maybe he wasn't trying to fight you. Maybe he was trying to hump you in the bathroom.
And in any other time, I would have fucked him real good.
Oh God. Oh God.
But at that time, I was beyond my limit. Like the guy, and he flicked me off, and
With
then he put it away, and he
with
looked
his
at me, and I
drunk
was like,
face.
"Oh, word." I was like, "Okay, cool." I was like, "Go ahead and close me out." I was like, "Me and this dude got to go outside and talk real quick."
Oh.
And so I told the bartender, I was like,
But see, that's where you escalate.
I was like,
That's what I'm
"Cut me
saying.
out."
You're
I was
escalating.
like, "That guy and me got to talk real quick." And I was like, "Hey, you." I was like, "Don't go anywhere. Stay where you're at. Like, you and I need to talk." And I was like, "And we'll go and do it out front." And so again, the redheaded dude looks at his buddy and then looks back at me, and he's like, "What's wrong? What's going on?" And I was like, "Your buddy just flicked me off." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, your buddy just flicked me off right behind you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to talk to him outside in front of the bar." And he turns around and he looks at his buddy. And then the guy goes, "No." And I was like, "Oh." And that's when I lost it. I went to fucking 100. And that's when I was like, I fucking slammed my hand on the table. And I was like, "That's it." I was like, outside. I was like, "We're going right now." I was like, "You're going to sit here and tell me that you didn't flick me off," like straight disrespect. And again, I was beyond my limit, but that was just the fuel that I needed. If he had, and then says that they didn't flick you off, and that's my rant.
Because maybe he realized, whoa, wait a second, this guy's about to take me outside. And we're going to fight.
That's my
So
rant.
he backpedaled. He
backpedaled.
pussy pedaled.
And if you're gonna sit there and what did I leave after I heckled and did what I did and whatever again, and I'll stand by what I did because I did what I did and I
You
stood
didn't
there.
heckle a comedian. You
I
heckled
didn't heckle
fucking.
somebody, but I created a hindrance in a situation where two drunk girls could have probably got along with the night by yelling at the karaoke guy and whatever. But I stood there and I stood my ground. And again, you've known me for a long time. When I'll stand by what I do, but for somebody to go in there,
But sometimes you get so headstrong about it that you will, you'll put the spectrum of possibly getting arrested in the equation.
But if I flick somebody off, I'll stand by it. That's what I'm saying. If
Right.
I'm in a situation where I look at somebody and we're at a bar and I've come to a
but
point
you're
where
not
I'm
a
looking at
pussy
somebody
like this guy.
and I'm like, and somebody goes, "Oh, what?"
This sounds like an older drunk pussy.
No, he was a young guy.
Oh, he's young?
That's what I'm saying. He was a young guy like my age. And so that's what I mean. That's my rant. And when I brought it to him and I said, "We're going to go outside," he was like, "Oh, no." And then he came over and he puts his hand on me after he's already seen the stink I made with the first guy who's touched me. And he's like,
hey, man. And I was
Drunk people like to touch.
motherfucker, I swear to God, if you don't take your fucking hands off of my shoulder right the fuck now. And at that point, it was the security guard came over and was like, okay, guys, we're done. Like, he was like, you need to leave. He told the guy, he was like, you guys need to leave. And I was like, dude, I'm sitting. It was crazy. And so that's my rant. If you're going to have the audacity to go out there and flick somebody off, or you're going to say something like, oh, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that, fuck other, you either stand by it or...
Well, it's like, okay, here's a very extreme version of it. They say, when you're armed, when you have a weapon, the only time, whenever you draw it, you better be ready to fire it. You don't draw it and wave it around. You don't do anything like that. The only time it gets pulled is if there's a situation where a gun is absolutely necessary. That's the only time it gets pulled.
Right.
It's the same thing when you say the F word. In your head, you should say, the only time I'm going to start attacking or accosting somebody or flip someone off is if I'm willing to pull the trigger.
Right.
If that person ends up going, no, fuck you, let's go do this.
Mm-hmm.
You started it. You started it by looking at the guy looking at you and flips you off, and then he didn't expect you to go, all right, guy, we're going to go talk about this outside.
Who doesn't expect that? What time and period are we living in?
Like, you guys are fucking downing out drinks.
Are you such a snow? No, I wasn't even on my first drink. I literally had one drink.
Him.
Oh, yeah, they've probably been there all night. But again, what type of... Come on, man. Like,
you're trying to fight drunks when you're not even drunk?
Come on, man. Like, it was bananas. So anyways, that's my rant. My rant is...
Stand by your middle finger.
Stand by your middle finger. Yeah. That's the fucking rant. Stand by your word. Don't say anything unless you're 100% sure that you're going to stand by it. And for the ladies
if you're going to start accosting somebody, you might have to fight them.
Be strong.
If you're a sailor, you might have to eat another sailor.
Be strong. Be independent. I'm 100% with you. Again, I stick with that young lady, I guess, for coming. I don't know. I don't know with the young lady portion of it.
What are you talking about?
Well, with the girl coming over and yelling at me.
Well, fuck her.
Yeah, fuck that lady.
Fuck her.
My sisters are better than that. But anyways, that's my rant corner. Hit me out. Play me out with some rant corner jams, my guy.
All right. So, where are we? I don't even know.
All right. Well, he's a little delayed on that. A few thoughts that I have here. Thanks, audience. A few thoughts that I have out here, which I've posted throughout the week, coming from a little segment I like to call notes for days.
Notes for days.
Notes for days. Well, don't forget you have those music.
I'm trying to fucking do it all.
I fear you. And just hit that random YouTube sound.
All right. Well, anyway, thoughts.
But anyways, hey, my guy. All right, notes for days, where my notes throughout the days are read steadily to you in the exact format of a radio show.
So okay. So this is current events.
Yeah, I guess a bit of mix of that, a mix of there.
So we're done with the weekly update, rant corner, and now what's our theme?
There was a
Christmas.
Just follows. Yeah, happy Christmas. Merry
be
Christmas.
Nice to each other, guys.
Here's our gift to you guys.
Don't flip people off if you have a fucking Christmas sweater on.
Fuck, dude, come on, bro. Like, you've already saw me freak out. Nice, and cut it, Lou.
All right. So, Octomom forced into porn and lied about fertility drugs from doctor. The doctor was the one who
into porn.
Well, I think the way it went was that they talked her into it. Like
I think you get to a point where they offer you enough money.
Yeah, and she doesn't have any money from it now, and it's probably now her kids are growing up and being like, Mom, why are you on RedTube?
That's gangster.
Yeah.
Hey, you win some, you lose some.
But the doctor apparently was the one who pushed all that shit.
Who tricked her into doing it?
Yeah.
That's cool. There was a young lady on Facebook recently that I saw. She posted that she was giving away her car, was leaving it in a parking lot with the keys underneath the wheels, that anybody could come by and get it if they wanted to. Now, in my haste, I commented quickly and I said I'd be there and if it was still available. It wasn't until later that I actually read the post and I saw that the young lady was committing suicide. And
in
was
the car?
leaving her car in the parking lot because she wanted to give it to somebody who would have better luck with it and would be able to use it.
So you would you essentially get a haunted car, a ghost. She
doesn't kill herself in the car. She's giving the car away because she's going to kill herself. And she had written that in the post, but I had read the post and all I saw was
a free car.
Free car. And so when I saw that, I was like, I wrote,
hello, is this still available? You know, and everybody else was commenting, don't kill yourself, don't do it.
And then this
and I was like, help a brother out. I'm down to get a car.
Yeah, I'll have better luck with it.
You know, so that was something I thought.
Well,
was
that kind of
very
leads into the whole mental, depression and all that. Pete Davidson just had kind of I wouldn't want to say a meltdown, but he vented on Twitter, and then I think he deleted all of his Twitters and Instagram. And yeah, it sounded like he was almost ending it on his Twitter thing, and then he shows up that night to SNL, and everyone was like, "Hey, man, you all right?"
Dramatic, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you start becoming a celebrity, everyone listens to your what you say on Twitter, and sometimes you rant. And man, I've said some things on Facebook and shit where I think about it, or I see a year later when it's like, "Hey, look at your memory." I'm like, why did I write that?
Yeah.
Why did I write that? Yeah, why was I attention seeking? Was and I'm just like, so that's why I got rid of most of that. I don't even write I don't even write any opinions anymore. I don't do opinions on my social media or anything, because then later on, you grow, you look back at your opinion, you're like, I was an idiot.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully Pete Davidson gets a little better.
I mean, I figure if you have here's my thing. If you have any issues, go out, do what you can, learn how to better yourself. I mean, I guess there's a limit. Like, crazy people don't know they're crazy, so you'll never know if they're bipolar or something like that. And I get that.
A lot of depressed people know they're depressed, though.
But we're all depressed, homie. That's the thing that nobody gets. That's the thing
happy is not the norm. Your norm is in the middle.
That's part of life. It is literally the other side of the yin yang.
Yeah.
You can't sit here and be like, oh, everything is sunshine. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I've dealt with a lot. I've dealt with a lot of depression through my life, and at this point, I notice when I'm starting to get depressed, or I'm starting to notice that I'm not motivated, and I'm cyclical. So I go a couple months where I'm having to push myself, and then in a couple months after that, I'm motivated and I'm not having to push myself. I'm doing it naturally. So I feel like, it's cyclical for me. So when I start feeling that downturn, I don't get upset over it. I kind of embrace it now, and cool. Now I'm going to be in my bed a little longer. I'm going to be ordering food a little more, because I know around the corner I'm going to be back on that motivated train.
So work at it, work hard.
Yeah, don't just sit there in the depression. You
don't kill yourself.
Always have. Yeah, don't.
Because it's a lot easier to
honestly.
live.
Yeah, anytime that's ever come up in my brain, I've always thought, man, this time next week, this time next month, this time next year, it's going to be better.
Only pussies kill themselves. I stand.
Yeah, only quitters quit.
I only say what I stand by on this show, homie. This is me bearing my soul to you guys on the midnight hour.
All
right. So another, there's a conspiracy theory. Real quick, hit me with my conspiracy theory theme music. Sorry, guys, he's getting used to it.
No, all right. Here's the conspiracy. Conspiracies. All
right. So the current conspiracy that's trending right now on my radar is that Drake had XXXTentacion murdered as part of a previous feud that the two had between
that motherfucker couldn't murder a hoagie.
And it's also been said that Drake
I'll fight Drake, I'll fight you.
In a feud with Kanye. And
kill my boy Triple X.
Yes, allegedly killed XXXTentacion.
Fuck him. No, not Triple X. Drake. Triple X actually met the guy. He was really nice. He was such a cool. I mean, okay, I don't know anything about his personal life. I don't know any of that. But when I met the guy, he was very polite. He just seemed like a really cool guy. He was very inspirational, like the way he talked, what he said. He was a cool cat. And when
can't hit women though.
No, I don't know. Again, I don't know anything about that, and I'm not. I don't know any of that, women. But just from how I've met him and how he approached me, I judge a lot of people by how they come into a tattoo shop and start talking to you.
You can't.
You can't never hit a woman.
Can?
Yeah, you can.
You can. We've had this discussion before.
With these hands. No,
you've had this discussion before. Yeah.
No, obviously there's circumstances where a woman needs, or an animal, a female or a male, whatever animal it might be. Sometimes, gets
okay.
Let's
be careful. We're throwing that news back up on the thing. You're right. But anyways, XXXTentacion, very nice guy. You did speak very highly of him.
He was cool.
It would have been nice to see a little bit more of what a young man who was redeeming himself
could have possibly become. So that was currently on my radar, as well as Steph.
I'll fight
Curry,
Drake. Do you think if I fought Drake, I'd beat him?
Probably.
Yeah.
Drake looks like a pussy.
Well, he's
from
Canadian.
Degrassi. Steph Curry doesn't think that we landed on the moon, allegedly, which is
No,
very,
he pulled
very
that back.
true. I
He
don't know if
said
that was real or
something,
not.
and then everyone shit on him.
Okay, so I did have that on the half side.
So, did you see the 4,400-year-old Egyptian tomb that was found?
No, tell me about that.
That, they found a
Do we have any
tomb
cool
unearthed.
pictures
It
that need
has
to
a
get
bunch of
pulled
shit.
up, or?
You can pull up some pictures. We totally forgot. We have the screen back here because we have these beautiful new mics. No, they found a 44-year-old tomb, and they believe there's more tombs underneath it, and it's never been unearthed, so it's full of shit and mummies and
4,000-year-old?
George of the Jungle running through
4,000
killing
year old?
mummies. 4,400 years old.
Year-old tomb?
Year-old Egyptian tomb was found.
That's pretty gangster. Would you go to? I'd love to go tomb raiding. Honestly, I think that's something I'd be.
I've been to Egypt. It was really cool. I went into the pyramids. Those things are giant.
Yeah.
Giant. You feel
How
tiny.
giant are they?
Fuck, man. I felt like a cunt hair.
Okay.
Like a tiny cunt hair.
That's a good one. I like that.
You like that one?
Would you say that you're a curly one or like a straight one?
No, I'm a shaved, really short, stubbly
Really
one.
short. All right. I like the way your cunt hair is cut.
So two men rob a convenience store dressed as Batman in a green suit, armed with a sword and a gun.
That's
so Batman and green suit from fucking It's Always Sunny running with a sword and a gun, and they fucking robbed the place.
Did they get away?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't tell who it is. It's Batman.
Kudos to them. Yeah, it's Batman. Clearly.
But I believe Batman had a gun.
Yeah.
And Batman never uses a gun. There was only one comic where he did use a gun. He was on the cover holding it. It was a cool cover. I liked it.
Can we talk about Wayne Newton real quick?
Wayne Newton.
Old
Dankeschön,
Newton.
darling, Dankeschön.
Hit me with a little Wayne Newton. Homie.
Fuck, you want some Wayne Newton? I got some Wayne
I'll
Newton.
fill it in with a little bit of interesting facts about Wayne Newton. Okay, now my boy Wayne Newton popped up on my radar recently because of doing a little bit of research about some comedians. Old school comedians.
How do you spell old Wayne?
How do you spell Wayne? Wayne like John Wayne.
Well, I
And
did,
then,
right? And it won't pop up. Wayne
And
Newt.
then Newton, like
Yeah, look,
the
no
father
results.
of gravity.
Oh, it's because it's on my library.
This guy. Wayne Newton, a young crooner from back in the day. I'd like to think it was around the time of, not Jimmy Stewart, but
Jimmy Stewart.
the guy who did the Nutty Professor, the original Nutty Professor.
Oh, he had with Dean Martin and
Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis.
So during that time, few facts about Mr. Newton, a Virginia boy like myself, 2 up, 2 down. Always a pleasure to see another famous name like that out here. As you guys know, we are world renowned, and we do transmit to over 72 continents and 3 different planets. He also is an Arabian horse raiser. He likes to raise Arabian horses. Oh, perfect, bro.
Yeah.
You're so damn good.
You like that?
You're
Because I couldn't keep
you're
going.
getting so good at it. You're so good at it.
They would have fucking gotten us.
An Arabian horse raiser. So he actually has a stable where he raises Arabian horses. You know a little bit about Arabian horses, don't you? As a Turk.
As a Turk, I'm not
As a dirty
Turkish.
Turkish.
I mean, I could pretty much be Turkish because I was born and raised there. But no, they would probably be Turkish horses at that point.
I did a little research about some horses, the old Arabian line horses. I couldn't remember any of it if, even to help me. Right.
Oh,
now.
geez. Someone stealing my car.
Coming after our car. Also, Wayne Newton, plastic surgery recipient.
Oh,
That
you think?
is, not
Fucking-
in his Wikipedia. That is something I added myself.
You think? His
And,
face looks like that.
What is his face? Oh, like a car crash?
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah. Guys,
There's the tomb.
why don't finally. Aging. You should definitely just age with grace. A little Botox,
just
okay, maybe.
Be like Meryl Streep, man.
Yeah. Or Sharon Stone. Sharon Stone's doing that. I'm aging with what I got.
Cool.
You start doing that pillow face and all that stuff. You just look like an old person with fucked up a face.
Yeah.
So.
And nobody has time for that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess if you're super rich, you have time for it, but but then we're all standing around going.
I like that. And finally, Wayne Newton. Couple sick nicknames of his. The Midnight Idol.
Why the fuck are we talking about Wayne Newton?
Mr. Entertainment. It was just something I wanted to talk about.
Why Wayne Newton out of all people?
I saw Wayne Newton. I just brought up some interesting facts about Wayne Newton, stuff that you didn't know.
Nobody
things
gives
that may
a
come up
shit.
in Cash Cab.
So there was this poacher, right? Mm-hmm. He killed lots. He killed lots of deers.
Okay.
Illegally.
Okay.
Killed them. Hundreds. Right? They finally got him.
Okay.
They put him in prison.
Okay.
And I forget
And then he
exactly
killed
how
all
long.
the deer in prison?
They are making him watch Bambi every day.
Oh, really? As part of his punishment?
Yeah. Yeah, he killed a bunch of deers, and you guys
Do you
sit
think
there
if
and
you
watch
like
his
murdered a bunch
Mama,
of people, you'd watch Saw?
Mama. What?
If you murdered a bunch of people and they made you watch Saw all the time?
No, they would make you watch something that would make you feel bad for people to get hurt.
Does Bambi make you feel bad?
Fuck yeah, man. It's just like Lion King when Papa.
I think that's just the circle of life, huh?
Fuck, man. I remember seeing The Lion King. They put it back out in theaters, the cartoon. And I was a little older at that point. I'm looking around at the kids, and they're bawling at that one part. I was tearing up, obviously. Everyone's tearing up. But I was looking around at the kids, and they are holding their face like fucking waterworks.
Yeah, they got that new one coming up, too.
Yeah.
They got all the new ones. They have Will Smith as Genie, which is...
That looks, honestly, I didn't like the way that looked. I didn't like his look.
They said he's going to be blue, too, so I don't know how that's going to work, but...
They're just going to make him blacker?
Heyo. And then let's see. What else do I have as far as any recent events or any news thoughts? It's crazy to think about how many people got lost during the AIDS epidemic.
What do you mean?
Well, especially out here in
we misplaced them?
I was talking with somebody in the car with me, and we happened to be talking about that particular subject.
I mean, we still got Magic.
What?
What's his face? Basketball player.
Well, that's a whole nother conspiracy. We could get in that conspiracy theory too, but I don't want to take too much of that time.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh,
but,
Magic J. MJ.
They were talking about how there were Broadway plays in New York during the AIDS epidemic, and you would have the dancers and all the makeup people and everything, and then let's say 10 years later, if you went back and tried to look up the old gang, everyone, all the producers, all the dancers, half of those production
Because they
crews,
were all in big orgies.
yeah. And so that's all a whole generation, a whole group of people who just got wiped out.
So that comes with the conspiracy of, did the government create this to wipe out certain...
The same way they did cancer.
Yeah, certain groups of people.
And diabetes.
Well, no, cancer, it peppers, it hits everybody. AIDS, yeah, the conspiracy goes that it was to kill junkies and sodomites.
And gays.
Yeah.
According to the government. Fuck
but
the
anyway,
government, man. But yeah,
that's very fun.
Right
I like that little tidbit of
that I
information.
thought of off the top. Well, after that guy talked to me, and you're just kind of like, damn, that's crazy. Facebook suggested a rage room for me after it heard me screaming and freaking out inside of my car the other day. I had sort of like a little freak out, and I was like,
are you noticing a trend of anger and yelling and flipping off and raging?
Well, it's the same time that happened of other stuff. So it was all one day. It was all just it was all just one really crazy day that happened. And so it was.
So when your phone is actually telling you to go get a rage room, you might have a problem.
No, I mean, it just means that the phone is fucking hearing me and it's fucking reading my fucking voice.
Oh, it's definitely hearing you. I was talking about something that I needed to get the other day. I can't even think about what it was, but then it popped up on my ads on Instagram. Yeah.
So it's definitely listening. Zuckerberg definitely knows how many times you masturbate, and he definitely knows what type of underwear you like to buy. And what your favorite milk is.
You know what the top selling calendar is in Japan?
What?
Vladimir Putin.
Really? Why?
Fucking girls love the guy.
Love Vladimir Putin?
They think he's fucking sexy. They think he's manly.
He's manly because he runs a country.
Well, yeah, there's that.
And he wrestles bears and shit.
And he kills people who disagree with him. But, so apparently that's the number one selling fucking calendar for Japanese women.
Well, Sam, what if I told you? See, I mean, because if I talk this close all the time, then it's just going to sound weird. But what if I told you today we have a very special game corner?
Oh, we're jumping on a game corner right now.
What if I told you, Sam?
Well, it sounds exciting. I don't know.
That we had.
I might be
not just one.
Ecstatic.
But two.
Wait, what?
Special guests.
We have special guests.
Oh, yeah.
We have some
Okay.
special
Are they coming out of the
guests.
closet right now? 'Cause
All right.
where are they?
Get ready, because it's now time for an all new Game Corner. All right. Hit me with the applause, Jack.
I got to figure out where that is.
Oh, all right. Well,
Here, hold on.
today's Game Corner is... Oh, that's too loud. Yeah, that's way too loud. All right, well, today's Game Corner is brought to you by bears. Bears. It sounds like an animal, actually a pain reliever. Take bears whenever you feel like you're having an impending headache or the future of your company relies on a meeting with your CFO. Bears, at a time, any place. Now today's game features an Academy Award nominated actor, featured in such great films as Roadhouse,
Deuce Bigelow, Mel Gigolo.
Ghost Rider,
Nick
and is
Cage.
also featured on the Netflix special The Ranch. Please welcome to the stage.
Who? Motherfucker, say it. Say it. I want to hear.
Please welcome to the stage.
Okay.
Oh, damn, that was good. I missed the cue. I'm sorry. Hold on. Not.
Who the fuck are you? Do you even know his name? You know what movies he's in, you don't know his name.
Hold on.
Wait, you don't know our guest's name?
Hold on. He loves me. Don't worry about it.
Dude, this is not a good start. Not a good start.
Hold on.
Oh, it's not a good start, bro.
Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my friend Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott! So,
Why,
hello, Sam Elliott. How's it going?
Hello there, Sam. You have my name because I'm Sam Elliott.
Oh, yeah, no, we're both Sams. I like it.
Good to
Two
see
Sams.
you.
Two
Good
Sams
to
in a
see you
pod.
Again. My
Yeah.
name's Sam.
Sam I am. Sam you are.
My name's Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott?
Sam Elliott.
Yeah, Sam. My
There we
name's
go.
Sam Maskell.
There we go.
Sam Maskell.
Good to see you, Sam Elliott.
We
I mean,
have really
Sam
good
Maskell.
names. Sam Elliott's a good name.
All right.
Hey, always good to see you, Sam Elliott.
Good to see you too, Bryan. Last time I saw you, you were at Roadhouse, and I had to let you in because that's what I do. I'm Sam
You
Elliott.
had to let Bryan in?
I had to let him in.
Why do you have to let him in? Because of all the fights that he causes in fucking bars? Is that what's going
Are
on
you
with
okay,
Bryan?
Sam Elliott? Hold on.
There's a place. There's a place where there's a. There we go.
There
Oh,
you got it.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
You got the Sam
There's a
Elliott.
place. There's a place.
There's a blade.
You okay, Sam Elliott?
There's a.
Sling blade.
There's a Rick. There it is.
The sling
There's
blade.
There's a Rick in another dimension. All right, I'm Sam Elliott.
I'm the Sam in
All
the
right.
other
Well, always
dimension.
great to see you, Sam Elliott. Go ahead and take a seat in the corner.
Oh,
All right,
thank
and our second guest,
Who is our second guest,
the
please?
44th President of the United States. He is a Nobel Peace Prize winner, former governor of Illinois, and one of the first black presidents, if not the only black president we've ever had,
That we know of.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama! Oh, wait. Hello. Wow. This is a nice setting you guys got up here.
Hello, hey there, Mr.
Oh,
Hello
Mr.
there,
Sam
Obama.
Elliott. Nice,
I'm
nice.
Sam Elliott.
I like it. I like it.
Dive
So
into
the American
power
people,
of your
you see?
own self-relief.
What? Mr. Sam Elliott?
All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining both of us.
What is
Today
going
on
on
Game
here?
Corner, always a pleasure having you, Mr. Obama.
Oh my gosh. I know that, I mean, Obama's on here. I can't even believe that we have a president on our show.
I'm shocked,
Are you
honestly.
shocked?
Obama, what do you like to do now in your free time?
Well, you see, I like to paint. I enjoy looking at sceneries, and I take care of my beautiful daughters.
Now, see, I'm very much like the president. I like to walk out on my prairie and in my ranch, and I like to make love to beautiful younger women.
Oh, well, I have a wife. I like making love to her. I mean, we all would, but she only makes love to me.
Well, there's a time, Mr. President, that every woman has to run naked through the field of self-relief, and I'm there waiting. for them to come in where I dry them down with the reliance and the sure-handed firmness of a man whose hands are callous from hard work on the farm. 'Cause I'm Sam Elliott.
All
All right.
Whatever he's on.
That was pretty good. All right, Sam Elliott. So today, guys, we're going to be playing the name game. Okay? Everybody knows the name game. And the name game.
Name game is, what is the name game?
All right. So the name game comprises of two things. Number one, that the name be of a famous person first and last. Sorry about my FX guy. So that means it has to be first and last name of a famous person.
Perfect? Famous perfect.
You're jumping over your words over there, boy.
Sorry.
Yes, public speaking is not his strongest suit.
You're right, Obama. So, for example, Sam.
Yes.
Sam, we're going to be using Sam Elliott. So that would mean first and last name Sam Elliott. So
Even though those are two first names.
Boy. Do you remember years ago when your mother came home and I was there waiting for her with my manly face and a mustache that was written by the glorious sound of 1,000 years of wisdom poured down my throat like the leather lacquer of a lavender Porsche?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, boy, because I'm saying, jump into yourself, jump into a Slim Jim.
Sam, I'm sorry, guys. Sam Elliott's having a fucking conniption.
Did you just have a stroke, Sam?
Sorry, guys. Back to that while Sam Elliott has a fucking stroke. So, Sam, you would say, well, Sam Elliott, Mr. Elliott, you would say, for example, Sam Elliott, and then Barack Obama, you would go ahead and respond with a first name that started with an E and their last name. So, in this particular case, you could say Eric.
But I'm terrible with names.
Well, you know, you were a president, and I'm sure you can achieve things if you just believe. And I'll tell you what a good person told me once. I hope that you would be able to change your mind.
Oh, was that supposed to be funny? Is that punny?
Look into your eyes, Mr. President.
I wish this Secret Service people would jump in right now and take this.
Realize that the joke is nothing more than the continuum of your own consciousness traveling through the starlights and the speeds.
Can somebody get this man some coffee?
Yeah, geez, fucking Sam Elliott. Okay, and so you would respond with an E. So, for example, let's say Eric Estrada. Or
I don't even know, dude. I can't even remember anybody's name.
You're not playing. Barack Obama is playing. What part of this game do you not understand?
What part of this game do you not understand, boy?
All right, let's do it.
Remember that there are times that you have to look deep inside.
An
of your
ex-president's
mind.
time is money.
You have to sit back and you have to wonder, maybe I was put on this earth for something more than just being another beginning and just be the other end of another start.
Again, somebody please bring me what he's smoking.
Sam Elliott, what the fuck? Okay, so from there we'll go back and forth, and whoever doesn't manage to come up with a first and last name within 3 seconds loses that round. So we're going to do the best of 3 rounds. Okay. So again, for example, you know, Sam Elliott, you would say Eric Estrada or whatever, another E word.
Okay.
Emilio Estevez. I mean, and the other rule is if you say the same double letter, so Emilio Estevez, it would go back, but it goes back to us normally. So in that particular case, it doesn't matter because it's only 2 of us playing. Well, it's Sam Elliott, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
And Barack Obama playing. So let's play the name game. All right. So we're going to start off with Barack Obama. Mr. Obama,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
President, you go ahead. Former president.
Thank you.
Go ahead and start. First and last name of a famous person.
Stan Lee.
Louis Armstrong.
Arnold Palmer. I gotta watch my P's on this
Penelope
mic.
Cruz.
Oh wait, we're timed. Oh,
It's
okay.
a time, boy. Remember that there's always
Kathy
a timer
Lee Williams.
ticking away in the back of your mind.
Okay. Cindy Crawford.
Jesus Christ, Sam Elliott, chill the fuck out.
All right.
We're going to increase the time limit to 5 seconds because it does take a little time. All right. And
Cindy Crawford.
Cindy Crawford. Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Regis Philbin.
Regis what?
Philbin.
Is that with an F or a P?
I believe it's
With a P, right? Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson.
James Kelly. James Kelly.
Christina Ricci.
That's
That's with a C, isn't it? All right, here we go.
So, so you wait. You what? Don't you eat dog poo or something?
Well, we're tied.
Oh, okay. But that's when I had the 3 second. I don't see how that's fair.
Well, that's right. Okay, so then I'll go one, and we got one more. Okay. All right. Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
William.
Where's the ticking? Don't worry about it. I'll start at 3.
Willie D. Williams.
No.
Wild Bill.
Right.
Bill. Would Wild Bill work?
No, because you would have to know his real name. Yeah, it would have
William.
to be.
William
Yeah.
Bill Hickox.
Yeah. Do you have a wrong buzzer?
Yeah, I don't know. It's such a big list.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pick out your favorites to make a list. That's perfect.
All right.
All right. Wendy Williams.
I don't even know. Willard T. Freely.
Who's that?
He he created the scalpel.
All right. Franklin D. Roosevelt. RDU.
Robert Redford.
Robert Redford. Richard Little.
Lewis Black.
Bob Saget.
Sigourney Weaver.
We forgot that it's Barack Obama and Sam Elliott playing. Okay.
Sigourney Weaver.
That's an excellent choice, Mr. President.
Thank you. That's why they made me president.
Reach into the mind of your self-belief. Well, Whitney Houston.
Hillary Swank.
Sarah Silverman.
Stanley.
You already said Stanley.
Whoa. I was gonna say Sam Elliott, but I was like, you're sitting in front of me.
You're loser, Barack Obama.
Well, I will nuke your fucking house. I will send my fucking Secret Service agents over to your house, rape your dog, and kill you.
Mr. President. Oh, God damn it. Reach into the mind of your self-belief.
Fuck me.
No. Okay. Play. All right. Well, big hand. Let's do a big hand for Mr. Barack Obama. All right. And Sam Elliott.
There's a time in your life where you'll be forced to designate one soul symbol
Sam
on your
Elliott.
spirit.
You're depressing
Remember that even though your mind has been blasted upon
you are
the
just
nether
way too
regions
much.
of the neurons of life,
Jesus fucking
there will
Christ.
always be a time for another man to be able to sit back and say, what if I had only bought myself time to sit high above the heavens and hope the clouds would converge upon my brain?
All right. Well, Jesus.
All right.
Whoever the fuck's in charge of booking.
Someone, please get that guy a Xanax.
He's out there. A lot of you don't know that, but Sam Elliott is.
He's out there.
We really need to work on those effects. I need to work on speaking into this mic. I think really that's going to be probably the toughest part for me to adjust to. Is the mic sound?
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I find out that I'm kind of far away from it, but whatever.
I think we'll deal with it. Put me out with some calm, cool, chill music. You can go back to SoundCloud or whatever cloud it out.
Okay.
Because it's time for.
Oh, hold on. I gotta put some calm fucking music, motherfucker. Let me browse. I'm browsing.
I pay this guy.
I'm browsing. I'm gonna take my time browsing. You know why? Why? Do you know why? All right. Calm music.
All right, guys. Final thoughts.
My final thought.
All right. Let's try that one more time.
You want to try it? You want to do it one more time? Okay. Here we
This
go.
is Sam Elliott introducing Final Thoughts.
All right.
All right, Sam Elliott. Can you please fuck off?
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I am very excited that we have these mics. I am very happy we got some cameras on the way. It's all starting to shape up. Our new channel is getting put together. This is going to be a great 2019. Nostradamus said it would be the start of World War III, but it's going to be the start of Binge on This, is what he was actually talking about. He wasn't talking about World War III. He was talking about how both of us, we're going to fight the brains, the gray flaps of your brain through the video, through fiber optics in the ground, into your assholes, and we're going to come right in your assholes in your living room. So check out the new channel. Binge on this.
Yeah. Whatever he said, probably not at all what we're doing.
I'm not coming in people's assholes?
No, there's none of that. But I do support the mics. I'm really glad that we were able to get this done. Always, obviously, a shout out to everybody who's taking the time to still watch us. Keep with us. Check down below. We're always going to have the links ready to go. Final thoughts as far as the week is going. Christmas is coming up, like Sam said beforehand. Just be nice to each other.
Yeah, guys, come on. I know
chill,
everyone's stressed out.
Have a good day. Call someone you love and tell them what's up and what's happening. Check in with your old parents, your grandparents, older people. Everybody keeps a cycle going until it finally, it stops. And then you're not there anymore and they're not there anymore. So remember that for this Christmas. There's always a good time to call and check in with
And
people.
Bryan, check your anger at the door.
I will do a better job on my end of being less
Stop
angry.
attacking women.
What else?
Shave your pubes.
We're going to get some new pube cutters, new camera, so you guys can watch me trim my pubes. Olden Times TV is up and running. We have that going down below. We're also going to be attaching the links.
Yeah, so please subscribe, please add, please share, please do all that.
Add,
This,
share, follow, spread.
Essentially, Binge on This is going to be content for people, just so you can binge on it.
Yeah, follow the new Instagram. Follow everything that we're going to keep going. We're going to have all the links down below. Mission plan, business plan, content. A good time. There's so much of it already out there. We just want to do our part to make sure that our brand is out there as well, because what is a little competition if not healthy? But the way the world has worked.
All right,
so other than that,
wrap it up.
I can't think of anything else, right?
Just keep watching.
Yeah.
Take care, guys.
And follow below. Down below.